Teased as the opening track of Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign's long-awaited and continuously delayed collaborative album, Vultures, everybody sees Kanye reveling in his controversial persona, while Ty and Lil Baby provide bizarre sexual boasts. The track has garnered considerable hype since its performance at the Vultures rave in Miami, after a snippet had been teased on Instagram, largely down to its interpolation of American boy band the Backstreet Boys' classic 1997 hit, Everybody, Backstreet's Back. The frequent delays that have hampered Vultures had led to speculation that Kanye hadn't adequately cleared the sample on Everybody. However, crucially, Everybody doesn't directly sample the Backstreet Boys' hit. It is an interpolation, with Kanye, Ty, and frequent collaborator Charlie Wilson recreating the chorus. Unlike a sample, interpolation doesn't require artist clearance, but rather the publisher's permission. And the track's writers and producers, Max Martin and the estate of the late Dennis Pop, Kanye uses his verse on Everybody to address the controversy that has increasingly dogged him recently, and largely overshadowed his music. Vultures is set to be Kanye's first release since his widely publicized and rightly condemned anti-Semitic remarks that he spouted in late 2022, which outraged fans and fellow musicians alike, and led to him losing his lucrative partnership with Adidas. Kanye's deplorable comments reached their nadir in December of that year, when he appeared on conspiracy theorist Alex Jones's InfoWars and expressed his admiration for Adolf Hitler.
You're not Hitler, you're not a Nazi, you don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Such is the controversy that surrounds Kanye. He and Ty struggled to find a distributor for Vultures, with Kanye's relationship with Def Jam concluding after the release of Donda. Ty officially announced the album in an Instagram post on October 20th, though the promised multi-stadium listening event never materialized. The lead single, Vultures, dropped on November 22nd to largely negative reviews, with Kanye once again sparking controversy as he misogynistically addressed criticisms of his anti-Semitism. How am I anti-Semitic? I just a Jewish bitch. Kanye's attire during the Vultures rave sparked further controversy, with Kanye performing wearing a black Ku Klux Klan-style hood. Vultures' artwork is equally controversial, featuring a painting by Caspar David Friedrich, the Romantic-era German landscape painter who the Nazis championed. Vultures is the latest in a number of collaborations between Kanye and Ty that started in 2014 when Ty laid down backing vocals on Kanye's single, Only One. Ty would go on to feature on Life of Pablo track Real Friends, Everything We Need from Jesus is King, and Junior Part 2 from Donda, with Kanye returning the favor on Ty's 2020 house effort, Ego Death. The pair's friendship extends beyond music, with Ty publicly endorsing Kanye's presidential bid in 2020. Ty leaked the track list for Vultures on December 8th, with Everybody at the top of the list, suggesting it will open the album, and thus can be regarded as an apparent effort by Kanye to make a bold statement, announcing his return emphatically. This notion is doubled by the vocal presence of Charlie Wilson, who has previously appeared on arguably two of Kanye's most seminal tracks, Bound 2 and All the Lights. Kanye uses his verse to hit back at his critics, referencing past misdemeanors and controversies, immediately capturing the listener's attention. When I talk to the shrink, you better not blink. 99 problems, it start with the kink. Kanye's mention of the shrink could be interpreted as a nod to his well-publicized mental health issues. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2016, and the line appears to be a plea for undivided attention. Kanye could also be referencing his porn addiction when describing the kink, while 99 Problems could be perceived as a nod to his mentor and brother-like figure, Jay-Z. Kanye continues to allude to his controversial reputation, imploring his critics to come sue me, me too me, survive and yay, come shoot me. Aware of his controversial statements, Kanye is almost goading his critics into trying to sue him. Kanye was, in fact, sued for $1 million by an ex-employee, Tony Saxon, who claimed he had to use his coat as bedding while he worked as a full-time caretaker at a property Kanye owned in Malibu. The reference to #MeToo is equally controversial, with Kanye rather grimly suggesting it as a mere attention-seeking tactic, describing it in 2021 as mob mentality, 1984 mind control. Imploring his critics to come shoot me, Kanye seems to be relishing in his divisive persona, almost asking people to come after him. Kanye builds upon this theme later in the verse, aware of his reputation, everybody waiting for me to say the wrong thing. Okay, you the king. Burger King. It could be argued that Kanye is playing the victim slightly, lamenting that his critics are quick to jump on his relatively frequent, outrageous statements. The sarcastic mention of Burger King appears to be Kanye's way of pulling down his detractors. They may feel like the king by taking him on, but their title is superficial. Ironically, Burger King notoriously trolled Kanye in 2018 after the rapper tweeted about his preference for McDonald's, providing an emphatic 3-word shutdown explains a lot. After the personal nature of Kanye's verse, the track loses momentum when Ty takes the reins, with his delivery surprisingly flat, while his lyrics lack any substance. Ty uses the verse to engage in a series of sexual boasts, dipping into stereotypical hip-hop tropes as he asserts his status as a rapper and a lover. We some top-floor penthouse suite type niggas. I'm not a rapper, I'm a poom killer. Slim, handsome, rich-ass nigga. Ty uses the verse to demonstrate his and Kanye's superiority over their competition. Lil Baby doesn't get much of an opportunity to shine or make a statement in his verse, having just 8 lines. He continues upon the themes espoused by Ty, rapping about his sexual prowess and boasting about his wealth and its associated material trappings. Double R piece, big shoe, I already got the cully, I go ghost too. The track ends with a bold statement. Yeezy's back, alright. With its limited lyrical content, everybody doesn't scream a return to form for Kanye, and the track has received a mixed reception on social media. It certainly doesn't feel like a personal statement from Kanye, who restricts himself to one verse. Equally, Ty and Lil Baby provide little impact to the track, which doesn't appear to have a clear theme or message other than announcing Kanye's comeback and partially addressing some of his past controversies. However, the track is musically far better, with Kanye's clever interpolation providing echoes of his My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy era. Particularly impressive is how Kanye gives the backing track a brooding, electronic pulse in a fashion that is not dissimilar to tracks like Monster. The brief staccato piano lines that follow the end of Kanye and Ty's verse are particularly nice. Everybody's electronic-flavored sound is a marked departure from the gospel flavorings of Donda and Jesus is King. On Vulture's planned release date, Kanye went on a 10-minute rant, name-dropping Jay-Z, Drake, Travis Scott, Balenciaga, and Adidas before turning on those in the room with him, referring to them as fake.
The head of Louis Vuitton, Bernard Arnault, f*** you. Alexander Arnault, f*** you. Francois Pinault, f*** you. Demna, f*** you. F*** Balenciaga, f*** Cedric from Balenciaga, f*** Gap, and f*** Adidas. Drake, this what you've been waiting for. Jay-Z, this what you've been waiting for. Kim, this what you've been waiting for.
While Kanye is notorious for releasing records well beyond their scheduled release dates, given the nature of his rant and recent controversial behavior, a return to form for Kanye may still be a long way off.